Hi, I'm Xenowave, and today I'm going to talk about how and why to make it a habit to zip your project files in FL Studio. The reason why is because it preserves all of the audio files in your project. So let's start out by learning how to zip a project file. So in your project, just go to File, go to Export, and click on Zipped Loop Package, and just press Save. Keep in mind that whenever you save a project after you zip it, it will always be a Save As function. So when I press Ctrl S, this menu will always pop up. And if I want to overwrite it, I just press Save and then agree to replace it. To speed this up, Control S, Enter Y, just like that. And you don't even see the prompt. And just to be extra clear, I'm going to do it slow. Control S, Enter Y. Also, your FLP file is fine. When you go to save a zipped project, only zip files will appear. But when you go to open a project, you'll see that everything is still there. I brought out this project of mine to show that the more audio data you have in your project, the longer it may take to save because it's saving all the audio clips along with everything else in the project. When you save, if you look at the hint bar, it'll say processing zip file, and it'll be fully saved when that's over. So let's do that. Right here. And now it's saved. I'll gladly wait the extra time to save if that means all of my audio files are saved in a zip file. If you have a bunch of projects you want to zip up, but it's way too tedious to go one by one and do this for each and every one, don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can batch zip your projects. So first, open up your command prompt. I'm just going to press start, type in CMD, and select command prompt. If you want to learn more about how to use it or understand it, just type in help and press enter. The next step is to go to where your FL Studio executable file is, and the simplest way I can think of to do that is to right click on FL Studio either on your desktop, taskbar, or start menu. So in this case, I'm doing my taskbar, and I'm just going to copy this path that's in this target box right here. Since my path is in my D drive, I need to go there real quick. And now I just type in CD and paste in that path, and I get rid of that fl64.exe because I want to go to the folder FL Studio 21. And here I am. Gather your FLP files you'd like to convert into zip files into one folder anywhere on your computer. I suggest converting copies of the FLPs when doing this just for extra safety. I already have my folder set up here on my desktop called FLPs to convert, and it just has these 3 example FLPs. Now right click on your folder full of FLPs, go to properties, and copy its file location. For clarity, use the dir command to make sure you're in the right folder. You know you're in the right folder when you see fl64.exe in there. If you haven't already, I suggest you close FL Studio. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, and now we just type in fl64.exe space /z, and then we paste in our path from before. But we have to put it in quotation marks. So excuse me on that. And there it is. And now we just press enter and watch the magic happen. And now we open up our folder. We have our zip files and our FLP files. Beautiful. When you're doing this, I do suggest keeping an eye on the process because FL will pause the process if a project is missing audio or plugin or something didn't load up properly. Also, when I was doing this, there were some files that were having extra trouble getting zipped because of an error caused by a DirectWave instance that wasn't loading properly or something. For you, it may be something different, so keep an eye out for plugins that don't load or work properly in that project. I'll post links to some ImageLine forums where there are similar issues in the description. If you want to zip up hundreds of files at a time, I highly suggest you actually do it in sets of 5, 10, 15. Because when I did this, I had about 604 FLPs to zip up, And the process took me a good 8 or so hours of me sitting at the computer and checking FL now and then to make sure I didn't stay paused asking me about where some plugins or audio files were. When you're done zipping up all the projects you want, if you have the means, I highly suggest you sync your projects and other important folders with something like Google Drive or whatever trusted cloud service you use, because if your machine gets stolen or destroyed, at least you have your fully updated projects on the cloud. Another really useful thing to have is a hard drive enclosure, which allows you to turn your computer hard drive into an external hard drive. I'll put a link in the description. This enclosure genuinely helped me recover my files when my old laptop stopped turning on. I honestly probably wouldn't even be here if I didn't get my files back with that thing. Anyways, if you have any questions, please let me know and have an awesome day.